So in recent days and weeks, I've had people coming into the stream saying, Psy, why are you still using the old tier set? What's going on, buddy? What's going on, Chief? Why are you the only person in the top 26 ferals in Mythic Plus that is still using the old tier set? Did you get unlucky? Do you not have the new tier set yet? No, I do have the new tier set. It's sitting right there, getting cobwebs in my bag. In this video, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what I'm doing in this game. Why am I doing what I'm doing? Why am I playing old tier set? Plus, I'm playing Sporecloak. What is happening? Why am I in this position? So, as I mentioned, a lot of people coming into the stream saying, why am I doing it? I've been doing a lot of Mythic Plus, and people have been wondering why I'm doing it. It's twofold. Maybe thricefold. I'm not sure yet. We're going to see. So, the first one is that I didn't like the new tier set, and a big part of the new tier set, okay, maybe it's fourfold actually, it might even be fourfold. Let's break this down. So, I don't like the new tier set, because it's your melee attacks randomly do a thing, which then has a chance to do another thing, which gives you combo points. So I don't really like it, because I don't like this influx of more combo points. It doesn't suit me and how I play this video game. And I'll explain more on that in a second. So first of all, I didn't like the new tier set, and I thought it was a bit dull and uninteractive and stuff like that. So I thought, I'm gonna rebel against it, and I'm gonna wear the old tier set. I'm gonna make a statement. I'm gonna form a union. And I thought others would join me, but they haven't joined me. So it's just kind of me on my own. A one-man union. So I was kind of protesting the new tier set for a bit of a meme. But then the AoE element of the old tier set is actually quite strong. It's actually pretty good. So I quite like it. I actually like having the extra AoE from the old tier set. And based on the sims that I do get, like, you know, I've simmed myself a little bit and we can look at it. And I don't go too mega into the sims and stuff like that. But I do have one sim where I've done a dungeon slice. You can see up here. And the dungeon slice is telling me to use the new tier set, because it's saying I'm going to gain a bit of damage. Now that's on a dungeon slice. But then when I do like a patchwork, 5 targets, 1.5 minutes roughly, no bloodlust, that kind of stuff, it actually comes out that the old tier set is going to perform better in that kind of scenario. So there's various scenarios where like the old tier set might be a bit better, the new tier set might be a bit better. The new tier set is definitely better in single target and on like Tyrannical Week and stuff like that, and in the raid, like when I go do my heroic viewer runs every Monday, come join in. Then yes, I use the new tier set and stuff like that. That's fine. And I do use the new tier set in like Tyrannical, Vortex Pinnacle and stuff like that. So I'm not completely just ignoring it, and I'm not completely being dumb. But I do like the old tier set. It's a little bit, it's nice in the AoE. I'm feeling some good results from it. And I just don't like the new tier set. I also, like, I kind of spoke about why I didn't like the new tier set because of my playstyle. So I play default UI, and I also stream. So whenever I'm playing World of Warcraft, I am streaming the game. And if you come into my stream, which you should, because I stream on YouTube now, and on Kick, so please feel free to stop by. Links in the description, Zam. Also streaming on Twitch still. Twitch, Kick, YouTube, pick your poison. But I stream all my content, and my main thing is interacting with chat. And I'm doing keys, but my main thing is that I'm talking to chat, and that's what I want to be able to do. So if I use the new tier set, like the way I play Feral is I've learned all of the different instances of like situations I can be in. I can be in situations where I have 1 Blood Talons remaining and I'm at X amount of combo points, X amount of energy, my rip is at a certain point, and what's my next move. Stuff like that. Like I've learned a lot of the situations. I know like the frequency of when Apex is going to be proccing roughly depending on how many mobs there are. So like how much I can be reliant on that occurring or not. And those kinds of things. I'm not sitting here saying I'm like Rain Man, right? I'm not fucking... You can't drop a bowl of bubblegum balls on the floor and I'm gonna be like, it's 237. Like, I'm not Rain Man. But what I mean is that there's a lot of, like, situations that reoccur quite regularly on Feral. And I have gotten in a, like, I try and learn those situations, or at least react to those situations and go, oh, I've been in this situation before. This is a similar thing has happened. I'm gonna do X. So that's kind of how I play. When I then get these random combo points coming into the fray, coming into the fold, it throws me, and actually I then need to learn the interactions again, and I don't really like that. And then also I'm trying to talk to chat, and then suddenly the tempo of my play fluctuates, and especially with the new Berserk as well, I got combo points coming out the wazoo. I don't really feel comfortable. So I kind of have been enjoying playing the old tier set. Don't get me wrong, the new tier set, it's not that game-changing where I'm like, I can't figure this one out, but I just much prefer the rhythm, tempo of the old tier set, plus it's got some nice AoE, plus I like talking to chat and doing that. So from my position, this is why I like doing it. Now, I wouldn't say that everyone should play it. If you come into my stream, I'd say play the new tier set. Just go for it. It's fine. But I'm doing this because I want to. And it's as simple as that. Second, the other thing I wanted to add, I do want to talk about Sporecloak as well, because I want to talk about my whole build as well. But I wanted to mention, like, I'm doing this, and I'm not encouraging other people to necessarily copy me. That's all I really want to, like, say on that, is I'm doing it because I want to. And it's around the way that I'm playing the game. And honestly, if I hit rank 1 Feral, which I'm very close to, I'm like top 3, top 4, whatever. If I'm rank 1 Feral, technically whatever I do is the meta. So don't adapt to the meta, just hit the rank 1 spot so then you can say whatever you did is the meta. Think about it, right? No, but then I also want to talk about why I'm playing Sporecloak. So Sporecloak is an interesting one because a lot of people playing the Toxin stuff. And people are going to be wondering, Psy, why are you playing Sporecloak? Why aren't you playing Toxin Boots and the thing that increases the damage of the Toxin Boots? The reason I'm not doing that, so for those of you that don't know, I came into the season quite late. I'm still a little bit, like, behind with stuff. I'm still catching up. So I came into the season late. I don't feel very comfortable with these dungeons, and in fact, whilst I'm talking, I'm going to bring something up here. I don't feel super comfortable with these dungeons. When I compare to you, so like, this is Season 2, this is current. Let me look at Halls of Infusion. This is how many Halls of Infusion I have done this season. This is how many Neltharian's Layers I have done this season, right? Now, okay, we're still early-ish into the season, but when I compare it to what I did last season... Oh, please, Radar.io, you can do this. But I've come into the season quite late, and I'm not mega comfortable. When I compare it to last season, I did, you know, if we look at Academy, boy, we can go, you know. The consistency, month by month, day in, day out, week by week, the consistency by which I was doing these dungeons. This is just Algathar, by the way. The amount of dungeons that I did last season, I felt so comfortable. I hit 3k IO on every single Druid spec you can see. I hit 3.4k on Feral. Like, I was mega comfortable last season. This season, I came into the season late because I was in Japan. So I'm not comfortable with these dungeons. I'm not comfortable with the damage output when it's happening and how much it's going to be. And also, it feels like the damage that's being dealt is different. And it feels like in these dungeons... it's not necessarily about how much damage you can deal, it's about how much damage you can survive to time the keys. It's about survivability right now. A lot of bosses, I was looking at it yesterday on stream, a lot of the bosses last season were like, boss does big hit damage, and a lot of the trash does big hit damage, but just interrupt it or whatever and you're fine. But with the bosses like Kroth, periodically there's going to be a big hit, you go in bear form, you use bark skin, and you cycle your defenses, and you live anything as Feral. But what you don't really live as Feral is pulse damage. Ticking damage, constant, that's going to be happening. And it seems like a lot more trash, and bosses especially this season are just pulse damage, or just random, like, you're in Brackenhide, fortified, and you just get turned, you get shot, and you get hit with another thing, and you're just like, you're just dead. And it's 0.3 seconds, you can't even react to it. So, I've not been enjoying that. So I've been trying to just run with Sporecloak to increase my survivability, and try and reduce the amount of times where I'm just dead, and I'm going, oh man, like, I goofed. But also what Sporecloak is doing is it's counteracting the amount of stamina that I'm losing from not using the new tier set. So when I apply the new tier set, so I'm at 495k health right now. With a new tier set, I'm at 527k, which doesn't seem like a massive amount to many people. It's like a 30k difference, right? It doesn't seem like a massive amount, but the amount of times in dungeons where you get a 1.5k overkill happened twice yesterday. I died twice to a 1.7k overkill. it happens. And when it does, it feels really bad. And you go, ah, man, if there was just that little bit extra I could have done to survive, a versatility flask, right? Instead of using Corrupted Rage, should I do that? Yes or no? That kind of thing. So Sporecloak is trying to help counteract that a little bit. And then also, it's just to help me feel more comfortable in these dungeons. In higher level keys, I do feel like Sporecloak is probably going to be the ticket just to live, to deal with these pulsing damage. Like, you can cycle defensives, and then you have Sporecloak as an additional defensive, where if you're going to be pulsing damage and you get a nice shield, Sporecloak isn't going to stop you from getting one shot. It's not a cheat death. So it won't stop you from getting one shot, but if you're getting pulse damage, it will work quite effectively. So that's my whole thought process around Sporecloak, the old tier set, why I'm doing this. But I'm not encouraging other people to copy me. And I think this is very important. I'm not saying that this setup is better. I am saying that this is what I'm playing, because why not? This is my rationale, and why not, you know? I'm seeing some benefits to it, I'm seeing some pros. There are definitely some cons. Do the cons outweigh the pros? Not for me. It's a 17-year-old child's video game. I'm having some fun with it. I've even started playing around with a little bit of Convoke and this and that, so keep an eye out on more videos to come. But just wanted to explain to you guys why I'm doing what I'm doing, and get it off my chest a little bit so you guys can understand what's going on. But yeah, hopefully this video was at least a little bit insightful as to the reason I made my decisions. And thank you so much for watching. Come check me out on Twitch, on Kick, on YouTube, whatever you want, whatever you poison. And thanks for watching. I'll see you again in the next one. Take it easy.